was down at Prestonsburg. It rained tremendously, and the field was a mess, and it become more of a mess by the time the game was over. And then we come down here Saturday for Pikeville College's game, and this field looked tremendous, just absolutely like it hadn't even rained at all. So
right, this turf is tremendous.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Yes. Taking a while for the coin toss, isn't it? That must be a heavy coin. Let's see, we'll get the official signal here.
There you go. Thanks so much, Frosty.
Looks like Paintsville will receive the ball to start the game. Pikeville will kick off as Daniel Pugh, number 1. Kevin Williams wearing number 5. Number 33, Hans Dodderer. And 35, Wes Ward were the captains for Paintsville. And fans getting fired up.
The stands is packed. The crowd is ready to go. They're ready to cheer their teams on. Just a beautiful crowd out on this Friday night, and that's what we like to see. We like to see the crowds, the fans get out and support their teams. That makes a great atmosphere for the players.
Yes, it does.
It's the Tigers and the Panthers. Region 4.
And this is going to be a clash tonight. I just don't see this being a runaway game from either team. I really think this is going to be close, nip and tuck throughout the game.
I agree with you, Adam. A lot of people feel that maybe Pikeville, after getting beat soundly by Hazard last week, and then Paintsville putting a whipping on Hazard like they did, that this might be a mismatch. But I don't think that'll be the case at all. In fact, I think Pikeville, after taking that sound defeat last week, is going to be really motivated to come out here and play well tonight and show that they're a better team than they showed last week. And as I said, Pikeville will be kicking off to the Paintsville Tigers to start the game. We'll get our first look this year at that high-powered Paintsville offense. It's been tremendous all year. Let me just run down some of their scores here for you. Paintsville defeated Fairview in week 1, 28-12. And then the next 2 weeks, they put up over 60 points. They beat Allen Central 61-14 and Jenkins 66-0. They scored 42 on Prestonsburg. Very impressive, 42-21 over Prestonsburg. And beat Betsy Lane 49-0, beat Phelps 47-6. And then, as I said, their defeat over Hazard was 63-27. And last week, Paintsville beat South Floyd 55-6. So that's a lot of points.
High explosive offense.
And here's the kick. It's a short kick, taken at the 30-yard line. And across the 35, the 40, all kinds of room. He's across midfield, breaks the tackle. Inside the 40, fumbles it. Ball on the ground, big scramble for it.
It's maroon.
Pikeville saying they have it.
It sure looked like he got
it
down.
is.
It's a big break. They couldn't bring him down. The guy returning it for the Tigers couldn't bring him down, and he got a little careless with the ball, and it hits the field. Pikeville comes up with it, Ken.
Big break as great run back there by Stuart Lips. Returned it about 37 yards, but turned it over. Paintsville would have been in great field position. He was hit down here
got a big break right off the bat.
33, and Pikeville gets the ball. So here we go. Chase Huffman will line up at quarterback. Going to be in the shotgun. He's got Weston Robinson to his left, and I think that's Tim Champlin to his right. Huffman takes the snap, hands it off to Robinson, and he's repped the ball on the ground, and I think Paintsville has it. Well, we're talking about the turf and the field being in perfect condition out here, and nobody can hold on to the ball on the first 2 plays. So.
The only thing out of the ordinary is getting cold out there, cold weather, and that'll numb the hands and make it a little harder to hold on to.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, Adam, but this is the first cold night of the season, really.
It really is.
You know, we're 3 days away from November, and it's just now getting cold. October was like midsummer, so
it sure was.
That could have a lot to do with this. Daniel Pugh lines up under center for Paintsville, and the officials stop play. As I think Pikeville had only 10 players on the field. I think they may have been charged with a timeout there. I'm not sure. Pugh under center. Hands it off up the middle, and the back gets drilled. Hans Dotterer on the carry, and he got drilled right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10, so a good job up front by Pikeville. 2nd and 10. We played 40 seconds and already had 2 turnovers. Here's Pugh handing it off. A big hole up the middle, and this is going to be 6 for Paintsville. Yes, what a hole, and that was Wes Ward, the fullback. I don't think anybody laid a hand on him.
Well, he sure didn't. Just right up the gut, untouched for 6. It's nice blocking on the front line to open up that gaping hole.
That's an easy one. A nice return and a Pikeville fumble gets it to the Tigers.
Here's the extra point attempt. It looks good. It is. So it's 7-0, Paintsville over Pikeville, as we'll be back in 1 minute on the Intermountain Sports Network. And welcome back to Pikeville High School as we talked about this Paintsville high-powered offense, and it didn't take them long. They turn it over on the opening kickoff return of the ball game, get it right back on the next play, and I've got 7 points on the board, and we've played 1 minute and 1 second. Very impressive, Adam.
The blocking's what looks so impressive so far for Paintsville. Is on that return on special teams. They brought it back 35 yards before the fumble, and then also on that second play from line of scrimmage, just a wide open run up the gut for 6.
And here's the kickoff. It's an onside kick. Got to get on it there. Finally picked up.
Well, that was dangerous.
That really was. John Michael Mayo finally got it there and down at the 31-yard line, but that ball bouncing all over the place. Number 53 does the kicking for Paintsville. That's Jeff Collette. He made the extra point, and they did the kickoff there. So Pikeville second possession. They ran 1 play, fumbled it on the first down. Chase Huffman in the shotgun. He takes it, pitches it. Robinson fumbled it again. And I think Robinson got it back, but boy, these Panthers having trouble here. Robinson, I believe, was the young man that fumbled that first play.
Just a little bit jittery here to start things.
As Paintsville came up with a blitz there, and I think Robinson saw a lot of people coming in his face there and probably took his eye off the ball, but he missed the pitch, just dropped it. Loss of 5 yards on the play. It's 2nd and 15 now. Pikeville from their own 26-yard line. Yes, Huffman under center this time. He fakes the pitch, hands it off up the middle, and nothing. In fact, there's a loss of a yard there, back to the 25. Let's see. That was Daniel Harmon on the carry, number 32. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 16 now. As Paintsville looking strong on both sides of the ball, offense and defense so far. Huffman in the shotgun this time. He's got Harmon to his left, Weston Robinson to his right. Got 1 receiver split wide left. 3rd and 16 coming up. Huffman takes it, gives it up the middle to Harmon. Harmon runs into the official there and taken down out at about the 35. Nice run there by Harmon. He picked up 10 yards on the play, but that's still going to bring up 4th and 6, and the punting unit comes in for the Pikeville Panthers. Fine run there, and might have got a few more yards if the official had to run into him.
Put a good tackle on him.
He did. That's our play of the game so far. Yes, Pikeville ready to punt it away. It's a high snap, and he gets it away. Gets to the 40, gets a nice roll for Pikeville. It's going to roll dead right at the 30-yard line. And that was number 52 on the punting, Clay Elliott. pretty good kick there after taking that high snap. He had a lot of pressure on him. There's two players coming in there and going for the block. Got close. So Paintsville takes over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. The Tigers already lead it 7-0. We've got 8:56 to go here in the first quarter. As Daniel Pugh brings them up to the line of scrimmage. He's got two receivers split each way. Now, there it goes in motion. And here it is to Dotterer. He gets stood up at the line of scrimmage and thrown down. Great job up front by the Panthers. Led there by number 68. And when you know it, we don't have a 68 on the Pikeville roster here. So he did get 1 yard on the play, did Dotterer, and it'll be 2nd and 9 now. Pugh's going to line up in the shotgun this time. Ward, the lone setback. Here's the snap, and Pugh's going to run with it. Has to take it up the middle. He lost it. It's on the ground, and Pikeville may have it. I believe they do. And it is Pikeville ball.
Great field position, Ken.
Boy, it is. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the Paintsville 27-yard line, and Paintsville 2 turnovers here already.
That's why them punts is so big. When you get a good punt and you back your opponent up and then they turn it over, then bingo, here you got a great field position and a chance to get on the scoreboard.
And here come the Panthers now. See if they can get some momentum going here for the offense. Chase Huffman takes the snap, hands it off. It's an inside reverse to Sword, and Paintsville not fooled on it at all. They're right there on the spot. Sword may have got a yard on the play, but that's about it.
Looked like number 1, Daniel Pugh, all over that one. He wasn't a bit faked out. He was right there ready to make the tackle.
Yeah, actually no gain on the play. He's spotted right at the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10 Pikeville. Huffman calling out the plays there. 3 receivers wide to the left, 1 to the right. Harmon, the lone setback. Huffman's going to throw it quickly. And incomplete, intended out there for Jacob Sword.
Had his man just laid him a little bit too far ahead of him. Right off his fingertips. Had to be a quick pass because there was a blitz coming from each side on the quarterback.
This Paintsville defense looking really strong so far. So Pikeville takes over after recovering the fumble here in great field position, and now they're looking at 3rd and 10. Probably 4 down territory at this point on the field. Huffman in the shotgun. Harmon once again the lone setback. Same formation as last time, trips to the left. It's a draw play to Harmon, and he is dragged down immediately.
Now that play just not working too good up the gut right now. None of the plays going up the middle right now. The Tiger defense is just collapsing on them.
I think that was Adam Brown on the tackle there. It's a good job and got in there in a hurry. And no gain on the play once again, so it's 4th and 10 for the Panthers.
They've got to go for it. Try to get something going here.
Yeah, and for the 3rd straight play, they line up in this formation with 3 receivers wide left, 1 to the right, and Daniel Harmon, the lone setback. Huffman awaits the snap. Here's the snap. He's back. Got a lot of time. Now he's running out of time. Takes off with it, and he's hit for a loss. Big defensive play there by Kevin Williams.
Shoestring tackle.
Looked like Huffman might have some room there, but the Williams got him from behind, like you said, a shoestring tackle, and he lost a couple of yards on that play. So Paintsville will take over on downs.
Panthers a bit rattled right now on offense, Ken. Can't seem to get in blocking.
They are struggling. Paintsville takes over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. And see who this penalty's going against. I believe it's offside Pikeville according to the initial signal. It is. So that'll be 5 yards, and Paintsville will have 1st and 5 at the 35-yard line. 6:41 to go here in the first quarter. Paintsville leads it 7-0. Tigers have turned it over twice on fumbles. Pikeville turned it over once. And here's Pugh keeping it, and good defense there by Pikeville. He's taken down immediately. As that was Weston Robinson coming up from that cornerback position, making the tackle. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 5 now. Yes, Pugh's going to line up under center. I formation behind him this time with Ward and Dotterer. Here's the pitch to Dotterer. He gets a good block from Ward. Breaks it to the outside and stops short of the first down. Good pursuit over there by the Panthers. Jacobs, Sword, and Mayo on the tackle. Well, this defensive player showed some good speed there, Adam. Looked like he had a lot of room around that corner, was going to get the first down, but they drug him down there at the prior to he got the 39. So it's 3rd down and a long one coming up here for Paintsville. Pugh under center. Straight up the middle to the fullback, and he's got it there. Good hard running inside by Wes Ward as he crosses the 40. He did.
That forward momentum, I believe, got it for him. Yeah, the chain gang moves upfield.
2-yard pickup for Ward. It'll be 1st and 10 now, Paintsville. 5.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Pugh's going to line up under center once again. He's got one receiver split wide each way, I formation behind him. And gives it off to Ward again. Ward gets about 3 yards before being taken down. They spot it right at the 44-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and 7 for the Tigers. Clock running here with 4:50 to play in the first quarter. Pugh under center on 2nd and 7. Quick snap, and once again off to the fullback, Wes Ward, but Pikeville doing a good job up front. He got a couple of yards there, no more. It's going to leave Paintsville with 3rd down and 5 from their own 46-yard line. Daniel Pugh under center. I formation behind him. Here's the pitch to Dotterer. He makes a couple of cuts, but Pikeville all over him there. Good defense. And he got only 1 yard up to the 47. That's going to bring up 4th and 4. And let's see what the Tigers are going to do here. Looks like the punting unit's coming in. Good job on that stand by the Pikeville defense. Weston Robinson going back to return the punt. And Jeff Collette also does the kicking duties. He's the punter also. Here's the snap. He gets it away.
Wow.
Good high kick. Robinson has to call for the fair catch, and he takes it at his own 26-yard line. So Pikeville will take over there.
When you get that much hang time on you, just about can't help but call fair catch, because
about no choice.
You know that they're coming after you when it's at in the air that long. That was a good punt.
It sure was. So let's see if
7-0 here early in this contest. 3:30 to go here in the first quarter of play. Paintsville on top of Pikeville.
As the Panthers break the huddle. Pikeville's had a couple of possessions, turned it over on a fumble. In last possession, had great field position after recovering the fumble, but they've been unable to pick up a first down yet. Huffman, nice room up the middle, and he gets a nice gain all the way out to the 32. Pick up a 6 yards on the carry.
Nice little head game on that one as they split out, and he just took it right up the middle and caught the defense off guard just a bit.
2nd and 4 now for the Panthers. Huffman in the shotgun. 3 receivers wide right, 1 to the left. He's going to keep it again, a big hole, and he's out across the 35 to 36-yard line. An 8-yard pickup and first down Pikeville. As the Panthers spreading the field there with those receivers split out, opening up some room in the middle and getting some nice blocking up front there. As Huffman looking at the sideline for the play call. Pikeville going with this no-huddle offense. And a quick snap. Huffman fires it out in the left flat to Sword, and it's incomplete. So it'll be 2nd and 10.
It's all they're able to get off is just quick passes right now, Ken, as the Tiger defense is converging on the quarterback pretty quick right now.
Yes, they are. 2nd and 10, Panthers. Sword split wide to the left, and I think that's Sexton to the right. Or Stanley. Aaron Stanley. And we've got a timeout on the field as the Pikeville Panthers take a timeout. 2:24 to go in the first quarter. It's 7-0 Paintsville on the Intermountain Sports Network. And we'll get their time in. And we're back as Pikeville ready to go. 2nd and 10 from their own 36-yard line. And Huffman keeps it rolling to the left. He's got a lot of pressure on him. He gets drilled as he fires it downfield, and it's intercepted. The Paintsville Tigers come up with their 2nd turnover.
Yeah. 24 coming up with the interception. That is Shane Cantrell. He is a junior, 5'11", 175-pound junior for this Paintsville Tiger team. And it was right, hit him right in the numbers, Ken.
And that interception credit should go to that lineman that drilled Huffman as he got nailed just as he released the ball. And
nice, pretty spiral, but it was threw up for grabs really because he had one man out there, but it's well underthrown.
As Paintsville will take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. Pugh under center. Hand off to Dotterer, and nothing much there. He may have gotten a yard. That's about it. 2nd and 9 as both defenses playing really well now. They're not giving up anything up the middle. 2nd and 9 for the Tigers now as first quarter winding down here. We're down to 1:47 to go. Paintsville on top, 7-0. Pugh's going to line up under center. I formation behind him. One receiver left, one to the right. And Pugh keeps it. He finds an opening. Makes a nice cut at midfield, and Pugh's gone. This kid's got a lot of speed, and this is going to be a 59-yard touchdown run by Daniel Pugh. And it's now 13-0 Paintsville.
Chaz Jackson, number 10 for Pikeville Panthers, was the only guy that could have made a tackle on him, and he lost his foot, and then it was off to the races after that as no one even touched him as he went down the sideline. And what we got, Ken?
We've got a penalty. Personal foul on Pikeville after the score, so see what the
Weston Robinson discussing it with the officials. But I believe that call will stand. 13-0. Paintsville Tigers on top of Pikeville. 1:21 to go here in the first quarter as the Tigers line up to try to get the extra point.
Paintsville declined the personal foul. So it must have happened while the play was still going on. If it had been after the play, they would just tack it on to the extra point or the next play, but so they will take the touchdown.
Well, again, some excellent blocking downfield for the Tigers. But the quarterback also some nice maneuvering.
Collette to kick it again. He gets it up. It looks good. It is. 1:21 to go in the first quarter. It's now 14-0 Paintsville on the Intermountain Sports Network. And we're back with 1:21 to go in the first quarter. Paintsville's opened up an early 14-0 lead here as Jeff Collette gets ready to kick off. Back deep for Pikeville, Weston Robinson, Jacob Sword, and Daniel Harmon. All back around the 10-yard line, and Collette, another squib kick. takes a bad bounce, and it's on the ground. They better get it. And the Panthers just come up with it in time. Jacob Sword covers it up there, but that's a couple of those squib kicks Colette's kicked, and they've both been dangerous.
They had a hard time getting hold of it, like a hot potato out there, fumbling it around. Tiger come in late with a little karate kick on it, just about knocked it loose again, but Pikeville got lucky keeping that one. It's 1:16 on the clock here in the first quarter. It's 14-0, Paintsville.
And a good thing for Paintsville, they backed Pikeville up to the 21-yard line. So 1st and 10 from there. Huffman under center. Hands it off up the middle to Robinson, and he gets drilled immediately. He may have got a yard, but that'll be it.
Just wanting to mention to all of our sports fans out there, Ken, that our other game of the week here on the Intermountain Sports Network on WPRG TV5, East Ridge at Paintsville. You'll be able to catch that game tomorrow on Saturday on Channel 5 at 11:30 in the morning.
East Ridge at Prestonsburg.
At Prestonsburg, rather. I did say Pikeville or Paintsville or something.
You said Paintsville.
East Ridge at Prestonsburg. Sorry for sports fans. It is East Ridge at Prestonsburg.
Here's the pitch by Huffman back to Robinson, and good pursuit by the Tigers as he's taken down after a short gain. Number 34, Kyle Sublett, came up to make the tackle. Good job by that young man, and they spotted at the 24, so a 1-yard pickup once again.
I'm glad somebody's paying attention here, Ken, as it is East Ridge at Prestonsburg. Again, that'll be on Channel 5 in the morning at 11:30. Playback of that game. Got Charlie Pinson and the crew down there, I think.
We got
Prestonsburg.
We got Chuck Scoville and Kevin Tackett down there tonight. Charlie's playing with the big boy toys over here tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Only 14 seconds to go here in this first quarter. And Pikeville facing a 3rd and 8 from their own 24. Huffman fires it out in the flat. This one complete to Sword, but he's going nowhere. In fact, he's going to lose about 3 yards on the play. As this Paintsville defense has been very impressive. And that's the horn. The first quarter over. It's Paintsville 14, Pikeville nothing on Eastern Kentucky Sports Leader, the Intermountain Sports Network. Yes, welcome back to Pikeville, Kentucky. The Panthers trailing Paintsville 14-0 here after 1 quarter as Paintsville racked up their points on huge plays, a 35-yard or 32-yard run by fullback Wes Ward, and then a 59-yard run by quarterback Daniel Pugh. And Pikeville forced to punt it here to start the quarter. Here's the kick, end over end, hits right at midfield and takes a nice roll for the Panthers. And it's going to roll dead at about the 36, 37-yard line. So Paintsville will take over there. Clay Elliott, pretty nice punt there. And this Pikeville offense really struggling in that first quarter. Paintsville just defense forming and playing great.
Just seemed like he couldn't get it figured out too much on what to do with this Tiger defense. Now the Pikeville defense is putting up a pretty good stand so far, even though down 14-0. They're holding their own against this Tiger offense.
Yeah, they gave up those 2 big plays, and other than that, they've done a tremendous job. Pugh under center, and he's keeping it. He's going to run with it, and not much there.
They got to keep him contained.
Got a couple yards. He is extremely quick. We'll call it a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. He backed up. Looked like he was going to pass it, but saw an opening and took off. But that opening closed in a hurry. Pugh under center. I formation behind him. 1 receiver split each side. Pitch back to Dodderer. He makes a nice cut. Gets out across the 40 to the 42-yard line. Pick up the 4 yards on the play, and that'll leave Paintsville with 3rd and 4 to go.
I would imagine it's pretty safe to say that Dodderer is the workhorse for this Tiger team.
Yes, he is. He's carried a lot this season. Had a great season. 3rd down and 4 as Pikeville needs a stop here. Ball at the Paintsville 42-yard line. Daniel Pugh under center, I formation behind him. And Pikeville jumps offside. And that's going to give them the 1st down. And
Tigers was rock solid on that one. I believe that might have been staged a little bit.
Brad Bryant, number 50, jumped as Daniel Pugh probably using the inflection of his voice there to draw him offside. Usually that's what happens. Bryant comes out of the game. Coach Jackson had a few words for him there. As Pugh under center, 1st and 10 now, Tigers at their own 47. Hand off to Ward, and not much there. He got a yard. Drill there at the line of scrimmage. Look like Will Lockhart at the bottom of the pile there, making the tackle.
Also talking about upcoming games on the Intermountain Sports Network, we need to mention the big NAIA matchup tomorrow as Pikeville will be traveling down the big road to Georgetown for another big matchup in NAIA. As we look forward to bringing that tomorrow to you live on Double X Radio.
Here's a handoff up the middle to Dotterer, and he got hit at midfield hard and still pushed forward for a nice gain. Got down to the 48-yard line.
Of course, that'll be played back on WPRG TV5, but it will be live on 104.9 tomorrow afternoon. And of course, on the World Wide Web, you'll also be able to pick up that audio at pc.edu.
As it's 3rd down and 5 now for the Tigers. Daniel Pugh under center. Hands it off to Ward, and nothing there as
solid D.
Pikeville doing a good job up front. Casey Rowe, Will Lockhart, and others there to make the stop. Tim Champlin in on the tackle. Gain of only a yard. It's going to bring up 4th and 4, and see some players changing hands. It looks like they're going to punt it. Collette backing up in punt formation, and Weston Robinson back at his own 10-yard line to return the punt. Collette awaits the snap. He gets it, kicks it away. End over end, takes a nice roll. Robinson tries to pick it up. He dropped it, and he covered it up there, but almost another disaster for the Panthers. Ball at the 14-yard line, right at the 15. 8:37 to go here in the 1st half. Paintsville leads it 14-0, and they've got Pikeville backed up now to their own 15-yard line.
You know, other than a couple of big breakers, it's been pretty tight contest so far tonight. Good defense on both ends.
Yes, it is. Chase Huffman in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. He fires it over the middle and overthrows his man. It's picked off by Daniel Pugh. As intended out there for Matt Sexton, and it was well over his head. He had no chance at all.
The man was open, but just overthrown. Simple as that. He just having to rush things so much, Ken. It's hard when you have to rush things.
As Paintsville gets great field position here, they'll start this drive at Pikeville's 30-yard line.
That's a pretty nice catch on the defensive end, too, as Pugh made a half semi-dive after it, I guess you could say, to come up with it.
Good interception. Here's Pugh on the rollout, pitches it to Daughter. He's got some room around the outside, but Pikeville closes it pretty quick. Still a nice game, though. Casey Rowe downfield on the tackle, along with number 8, John Michael Mayo. Good hit there by Mayo. And it's about a 7-yard gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 3 now. Pugh under center, I formation behind him. Hand off up the middle, and Daughter going nowhere. In fact, he may have lost a half a yard or so. Actually lost a yard, so it'll be 3rd and 4 now. As Paintsville finding it tough up the middle at him. There's that Pikeville front four doing a good job up there. Third down and 4 from the Pikeville 24 for Paintsville. Pugh ready to take the snap. Gives it to Ward, and not much there. He got
well,
maybe
they like
a
to
yard.
pound the middle, don't they?
Well, they do.
Trying to soften it up, they are, the Tigers. It's the biggest majority percentage of their plays first half's been right up the middle.
And I think you'll see the Tigers go for it here. It's 4th down and 3.
7 minutes to go in the first half. Yeah, I think you probably need to go right here.
Of course, Collette might be able to kick a 41-yard field goal here with the leg he's shown
Yeah.
right there tonight at times.
They're thinking about 7, I believe, though.
I believe they are. Pugh under center. Takes it, keeps it, pitches it. As he got hit, Dotterers picks it up off the ground, and he's not going to get the first down. As good job by the Pikeville defense. A huge stand there as they turn the ball over on the interception at their own 30-yard line, but Pikeville's defense steps up once again and does a good job. As Pugh got hit as he was pitching that ball, caused it to be a little off there, and it could have been a turnover there, which it was a turnover on the 4th down. Turnover on down, so Pikeville's changed quarterbacks. Mayo quarterbacking now, and he keeps it and gets a nice run out across the 30 to the 31-yard line, an 8-yard pickup.
Well, the Panthers right now just trying to do something to kind of get them out of the rut they're in right now, to get something going on offense. You know, they got to get something going, some momentum. That was a good play.
As it'll be 2nd and 2 now. Mayo in the shotgun. Robinson in motion. He gives it to Robinson, gets a nice block, and he's got a first down. Daniel Harmon threw a great block there from the backfield and opened up a good hole there as Robinson all the way out to the 34-yard line. 1st and 10 Pikeville. This Panther crowd getting fired up here, Adam. They see
Starting to see some more confidence from the guys on the offensive end for the Panthers also. That was definitely a big hold for them on the defensive end. They need a score here before the end of this half.
Yes, they do. Paintsville leading 14-0, only 5:40 to play in the half. Mayo in the shotgun. Calling out plays to his receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. He takes the snap and fakes it, throws it, and it's caught, but not much of a gain there. Jacob Sword on the catch. The pass a little underthrown there. Sword had to go to the ground to pick it off there, and didn't have much any chance really to make a run after the catch. So it's 2nd and 9 now, Pikeville. They've got 3 receivers wide to the right here. 1 man split out to the left. 2nd and 9. Mayo takes it. Quarterback draw. Nice hole, and the ball stripped. It's on the ground.
It's
Big
being kicked
it's
all
still
over.
on the ground.
Wright's got it.
Paintsville's got it.
Boy, that was squibbed all over the place.
It was
after his fumble.
Daniel Pugh there with nobody around him. Just went down and laid down and picked it up. So,
but Mayo, he had a good pickup and he had the first down, but he was holding it with one hand, Ken.
Right.
He got a little too careless with the ball and it got smacked out. A good defensive play from the Tigers. Somebody stepped up and caused that fumble.
Yeah, I didn't get the number, but well, that was. He came in and just took a swipe at it and stripped it from Mayo after a really nice run there. So Paintsville 1st and 10 at the Pikeville 46-yard line. As Pikeville had some real momentum going there, and he turns it over again. Pugh in the shotgun. He takes it. He's back. Fires it out in the right flat. It's caught down around the 40-yard line.
Then he's smothered by 4 defenders.
It was
about a 5-yard pickup.
I think that was number 18. That's number 10 on the catch. TJ Freno with the reception.
Clock at 4:15 to go here in the first half. Paintsville with the ball and the 14-point lead, 14-0 over Pikeville.
2nd down and 5 as Pugh in the shotgun once again. Takes a high snap, gives it off to Ward, the fullback, and he gets drilled. No gain on the play. They lost a yard.
That Panther defense is, they're keeping them in it.
Yes, they are. He did lose a yard on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 6 now coming up for Paintsville.
Yeah, it's kind of strange to look out in the crowd and see all the big heavy coats coming out. As you said, it has been some kind of warm football season this fall.
3rd and 6 now for the Tigers as Daniel Pugh in the shotgun. Another high snap. He faked it to Ward. Pugh keeps it, and he gets up close to the 1st down. Good hard running up the middle by Daniel Pugh.
I believe that final stretch got it. If not, if he gets the spot, that is, it's going to be close.
No, they bring it back to the 42. It's going to be a yard short, or close to a yard, so it'll be 4th down and 1, and I think Paintsville's going to go for it this time. Ball at the Pikeville 37, only 2:48 to go in the half, and I believe I'd take the gamble too, especially as well as Paintsville's defense has played.
Yeah.
Even if you do turn it over here at this point on the field, you got to feel good about your defense stopping it. 4th and 1, Pugh under center, and Dotterer breaks it. He could be gone. Sword trips him up there. Jacob Sword saved a sure touchdown.
Good blocking.
Boy, it was. It's Pikeville with everybody up on the line of scrimmage on a 4th and 1 there, and once Dotterer got through there, he had a lot of open field in front of him. Good play there by Jacob Sword to save that score. A 24-25 yard pickup for Dotterer. And now Paintsville takes a timeout. 2:25 to play in the 1st quarter. It's 14-0 Paintsville on the Intermountain Sports Network. And we're back as it's 2 minutes, 25 seconds until halftime. Paintsville leading 14-0, and they're threatening again. They've got a 1st and 10 at Pikeville's 17-yard line. Here's a handoff up the middle, and pretty nice gain there. That's number 24, Shane Cantrell. His first carry of the night for Paintsville. As they spotted at the 14, pickup of 4 yards on the play. Second and 6 for the Tigers. Clock running here with 1:55 to play in the half. Sure, Coach Bill Mike Runyon would love to put another one on the board here before the half. Pugh hands it off again to Cantrell, and nothing there. Great job up front by the Panthers. Yes. He's driven back, maybe hit for a loss there. Looks like it's going to be back at the 15, which would be a loss of a yard. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 7 now for the Tigers.
That would be a big loss. He is indeed stripped down.
Yeah, the Panthers need to make his stand, Ken. It looks a lot better going down in the halftime at 14 down other than 21.
Yes, it does. They really need to stop here. Pugh in the shotgun on 3rd and 7. 2 receivers wide left. Nobody out wide to the right. It's the snap. And I think Pugh kept it himself, and he didn't get much of anything as Pikeville stops him after about a 1-yard gain. And let's see, we've got another timeout here. Pikeville takes a timeout. We'll just keep it right here this time. Only 49 seconds until the half, and be interesting to see what Paintsville does here, Adam. They'll probably go for it. I don't know how much Colette's kicked field goal attempts this year. As Paintsville scored so many touchdowns, they probably haven't had to try many field goals. But
I believe it'll be touchdown or bust right here, probably.
Probably will.
No, Bill Mike Runyon.
They're facing a 4th and a long 6, and what about Bill Mike Runyon? Just stunned a lot of people when he ended up taking this football job, as David LeMaster stepped down after many very successful years there for Paintsville. And Bill Runyon came out of the gym and
he's a coach
over.
in every sense of the word, buddy.
He
can coach
is.
anything. That man can.
He's been an assistant coach with this football team for many, many years, and also does an assistant coach for their baseball team. So,
speaking of
Bill
coaches,
stays busy year round.
Mr. Bill Lara back here in the press box. He's got his taste of coaching out here on the gridiron.
He sure has.
But my best opinion, they're going for it all right here. Try to get up.
It does appear that way.
We wanted to see up here for halftime, which we got 49 seconds on the clock.
Pugh in the shotgun. Ward, the lone setback, trips to the left, one receiver right. Pugh rolling out to the left, looking to pass. He's got plenty of time. He sees an opening, a lot of open field in front of him. As
good D.
He gets drilled, and what a job over there.
Well,
that was Ted Honaker that ran him down, and then somebody came in and drilled him there.
Yeah, they took the running room away from him real quick as he went toward the sideline.
And he didn't make the first down, and good speed there by Honaker.
Yes, it was.
Pugh took off there. There was nothing but green field in front of him, but the Panthers closed on him in a hurry.
Speaking of coaches, I noticed the name here under assistant coaches, Paintsville Tigers, a good buddy of mine, Mr. Joe Cherico. Good to see him out there.
Here we go. As a snap to Huffman. He takes off up the middle and nothing there. And I think Pike will be content to run the clock out here this deep in your own territory. You don't want a chance of fumble.
No.
Talked to Coach Runyon earlier today, and he was really bragging on this staff. Adam, I was telling him what a great job he'd done here. They come in here at 8-1 on the year, and he said, don't give me the
to the people. Microtech Internet Services making that available, part of the Gearhart Communications subsidiary companies, and again we're proud to be affiliated with the Pikeville College Bears.
Yes, we are. That's Pikeville's offense to this point. Collette ready to kick it off. Daniel Harmon back with Weston Robinson and Jacob Sword, and Collette's been kicking those squib kicks, and you know Pikeville's came up with them. They've struggled a couple of times. And here's another one, squibbing along the ground, takes a high bounce. Robinson loses it. It's picked up. And the ball on the ground again, and Paintsville's got it as it bounced right into the hands of number 3 for the Tigers. That's Matt Crisp.
Completely the opposite of what happened to start the game off. As the Tigers lost it on the first kickoff of the game. Now the Panthers losing it here to start things off and giving the Tigers great field position to start things off here in the second half.
Paintsville with
that
it
hurts.
At the Pikeville 34. Big mistake there by the Panthers as they really needed to take this opening drive and put some points on the board. But Paintsville will get the first shot here in the second half. Pugh under center, high formation. Hands it off to the second man through, and he's driven out of bounds for a loss. Good pursuit once again.
Boy, that's close to a late hit.
Tim Honaker drove him out of bounds and then kind of took him onto the ground, well out of bounds there. He's fortunate he didn't get a flag. Official probably couldn't see him because all the players there on the sideline. But a fine play there by Honaker. It's a 1-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 11. And that was that carry was Shane Cantrell, and Adam, I know why Cantrell's in there carrying the ball now. Top running back Hans Dotterer is out as they think he may have a separated shoulder, I believe they were telling me here at halftime, and he's probably done for the night. Hand off up the middle to Wes Ward, the fullback, and not much there for him. He gets the yard back that they lost. That's about it.
Well, he definitely had some tough runs up the gut there in the first half as Pikeville met up with him right in the middle many times, so I'm not for sure what certain play that happened on, but he definitely has been a workhorse tonight and sure Paintsville didn't like to see him leave the game.
And we wish him best of
course, with
luck.
playoffs coming up and stuff too, you don't know how that's going to affect Paintsville.
It would be a huge loss if he can't play in the playoffs. Pugh back to pass. He's got a lot of time. Has a man open, and I don't know. I think the ball may have been deflected there, Adam. Looked like it was the way it came out of his hand. Or if it wasn't, it just slipped out of his hand, and it was 7 yards short of getting to the receiver.
I really think it's cold weather's affecting them some out there, Ken.
I think it is. It's the first game anywhere close to being cold weathered all season, and it takes a little while to adjust to that. Probably why we've seen the ball on the ground.
There's not
so
many
much.
undershirts that the players is wearing out there. Most of them just in their short sleeves and stuff, so sure they're chilled a little bit.
Collette to punt it again. He kicks it to the right side and didn't get much on it at all. He wanted to trying to keep it out of the end zone, and boy, he did. He just put it down to the 26-yard line, about a 13-yard punt.
Yeah, he really led off on that one as he was trying to find the sideline over there, but come up well short of the out of bounds over there, and really not too good of a punt at all.
As Pikeville will have it 1st and 10 at their own 26, and the Panthers desperately need to get this offense going. They were unable to do anything much in the first half. Didn't even come close to scoring, really. So they trail at 14-0. Mayo under center. He's going to keep it in. Nice hard running there.
That's some of their best running plays tonight's come from Mayo since he's been in the ball game.
It has. He's looking strong in there, quarterback running the ball. He got 8 yards on that carry. It'll be really spotted at 38. We'll call it 7. It'll be 2nd and 3 now. As John Michael Mayo in the shotgun.
2nd down and 3 coming up. Mayo in the shotgun.
He takes it, gives it off to Harmon. There's all kinds of room. Harmon breaks it. He may go. He's at the 40, the 30, and dragged down inside the 25-yard line.
Biggest play of the night so far for the Panthers. Finally got some blocking.
Stuart Lips, number 20, ran him down from behind there, or he was gone to the end zone.
Rode him down, too.
All the way to the 24-yard line. 42-yard run for Daniel Harmon. Harmon only a freshman. Here's the snap to Mayo. Gives it off to Harmon again, and he gets only a couple of yards this time. Ball spotted at about the 22. It'll be 2nd and 8 Panthers. As Pikeville, after that big run by Harmon in great field position here, they definitely need to take advantage of this, Adam, and get some points on the board. Mayo takes the snap, gives it off to Harmon, a huge hole, and he breaks it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Pikeville's starting to shake things up a little bit now. Starting to get some of that momentum on the offensive end.
Well, that was some great blocking on that right side. He had a huge hole to run through. He's down to the 10 there, a 12-yard pickup. So
yeah, I concur with you, Ken. They definitely need to score here. They need to take advantage of this momentum.
1st and 10. Mayo takes it. And off to Harmon again. They're on him this time.
And the scoreboard goes out, and there it's back.
There's only a 1-yard pickup on the play. It'll be 2nd and 9. Pikeville can get a first down at the, looks like about the 3-inch line, Adam. Is that, it's almost to the goal line.
8 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Pikeville threatening.
Mayo in the shotgun. Harmon, the lone setback, trips to the right. And Mayo's going to run with it. Takes off up the middle, runs over a man, and he's in. Touchdown, Pikeville.
2nd effort.
Great 2nd effort there.
We got a ball game, folks.
As Kyle Sublett, number 34, had him wrapped up, and he just ran right through him. Good hard run there by John Michael Mayo. 9 yards. He takes it in for the score. And Pikeville ready to kick the extra point. It's a high snap. Caught by the kicker, and he's going to be thrown down by Andrew Brown. And the conversion no good. So with 7:46 to play in the third quarter, it's 14-6. Paintsville over Pikeville on the Intermountain Sports Network. And welcome back to Pikeville High School as the Panthers have just gone on the board with their first score of the night. A nice 9-yard run by John Michael Mayo, the quarterback. And it's 14-6 now, Paintsville, and Pikeville with some momentum here. Pafunda ready to kick it off, and it's a high squib kick.
This could cause trouble.
It's off a Paintsville player, and a big scramble for the ball. Pikeville with several players down there.
I believe they got it, the Panthers.
They should have a great shot at it.
Well, it sure deflected off the shin bone of a Tiger player and hit ricocheted all over the place.
Pikeville says they have it, but the official says Paintsville has it, so got to go with, you can have 40.
Sometimes them battles at the bottom of the pile determines it when
Yes,
they
they
converge
do.
on each other.
Yes, Paintsville very fortunate to come away with that ball as Pafunda kicked a high pop-up just beyond the 40-yard line, and very effective.
You got to try to catch them while they're in the air, because once
Yes,
they
you
hit
do.
the ground, you don't know where it's going to go.
Nobody for Paintsville stepped up to come up and get the ball, and
Well,
like
they
I
got
said, it hit
lucky.
the ground and bounced off of one of the players' shins. Daniel Pugh in the shotgun now. First and 10, Paintsville. They're on 39-yard line. And here's a whistle. I think we may have had some motion there by Paintsville up front.
Yep.
And illegal procedure against against Paintsville. Back it up 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15 now.
And that's their first penalty of the night. Not been many penalties.
There has not been at all.
Several turnovers, but not many penalties.
Right. Ball back now at the 34-yard line, 1st and 15, as Pugh's going to line up in the shotgun. Wes Ward, the lone setback. He's got two receivers split to each side. Takes the snap, rolls out, and he fires it down the right side. It's caught. And out across the 40 to the 43-yard line. Catch made over there by Andrew Brown. Pickup of about 8 or 9 yards on the play. It's going to leave Paintsville with second and 7, we'll call it. Yes. Brown's still down over there. He got banged up on that play. Yeah, looks like it may be cramps. But you don't see many of those in this cold weather like you do that hot weather. Ball out at the 42-yard line, just beyond the 42. Got to get to the 49 for a first down, do the Tigers.
Panthers got to be thinking a big defensive stand here. Try to get
Yes,
that
they
ball
do.
back while they got the momentum going for them.
They get Brown off the field, so we should be ready to resume play. 2nd down and 7 as Pugh once again is going to line up in the shotgun, and once again he keeps Wes Ward back there as the lone setback. And we're ready to go. Here's the snap. Pugh gives it to Ward, and he's running hard up the middle, but not much there. He gets out to the 45, a 3-yard pickup, and that'll leave Paintsville with 3rd down and 4 to go. Once again, Pikeville defense strong up front as Paintsville's been able to find very little yardage up at the middle tonight.
Big play for the defense of the Panthers here. They need to make a stand, get that ball back.
In the shotgun, Daniel Pugh, big 3rd down and 4 here. He takes the snap, he's back to pass, got time, and throws it out. It's caught. Nice catch over there to stay in bounds.
Well, it sure was.
Excellent
He
job
knew
there.
exactly where he was, Ken, just enough to stay inbound.
TJ Freno on the catch, and he even kind of looked down at that sideline as he was catching the ball at him, and amazing he was able to still keep his
Beautiful
concentration
play.
to catch that.
Very well executed.
Nice throw out there by Pugh, too. Put it right where it needed to be, and it is a first down. They just got the first down, too, by barely a yard, so they timed that one perfectly. 1st and 10 from midfield. Pugh takes it back, Fires it deep, and it's caught down at the 36, 37-yard line. Beautiful throw that time by Daniel Pugh. And Kevin Williams on the catch.
It's a nice 14-yard pass or so. So Paintsville now moving the ball. And they have the ball in the lead 14-6 over Pikeville. 6:25 to go here in the third quarter.
Ball at the 37-yard line of Pikeville, 1st and 10. Pugh back-to-back completions here. Hasn't thrown it but 3 or 4 times tonight, but he looked very effective on those 2 passes. Pugh in the shotgun. High snap, running the option. He pitches it in, miss Collette, and Collette didn't get on it. Pikeville's got it.
Yep.
As another turnover, the Panthers take over in great field position. As the
Stone hands out there right now. They're cold.
He must be.
It's hard to get the grip on the ball when your hands are cold. And that one just flat out, the toss was a little off mark, but still should have had it. You got to get on those, and you can't reach for them. You got to smother it. Get on them.
Ball at the 47-yard line. Pikeville 1st and 10.
Well, that's a break they needed, Ken.
Yes, it is. John Michael Mayo in the shotgun. Sword in motion. Sword takes it on the reverse. Cuts it back up the middle, and does he get drilled. Jeff Collette, they hit head-to-head there. The actual tackle made there by number 69, Matt Blevins. A nice run. Pick up of 4 yards, maybe 5. Pretty close to 5 there, so we'll call it 2nd and 5. Mayo in the shotgun once again. Takes it, gives it off to Robinson, and Robinson breaks a couple of tackles. He could go. He's inside the 30,
He's on his
the
way.
20. And it's going to be a touchdown, Pikeville. No, they got him, drove him out of bounds right at the 1-yard line.
Boy, he made a dive for that, for the orange. Boy, I don't see how he missed it. The little orange cone over there,
Yeah,
he just about got it.
And it's going to be spotted just inside the 1-yard line. First and goal, Pikeville. Mayo's going to keep it up the middle, and he's in, I do believe. He got it. John Michael Mayo takes it in from 1 yard out, and Pikeville, if they can convert a 2-point conversion here, could tie this thing up, and I'm sure they'll go for 2.
Oh, and the crowd comes to life here on the Pikeville side.
As Huffman in the shotgun, they're going for 2. Chase Huffman back in at quarterback. And they snap it to one of the backs, and he didn't get in. Weston Robinson tried a little trickery there as snapping it directly to Robinson. But he's stopped at the 1 yard line, so your score remains 14-12. Paintsville on top. We'll just keep it right here this time, and this has turned into quite a ball game, Adam.
Oh, it has. Exactly what the Panthers needed to get some things going on the O end, and finally, the defense still playing their part. And as I thought at the first game, I don't think it's going to be quite the high-scoring game that Paints was used to.
No, this Pikeville defense is very strong, and they've done an excellent job tonight. I know they were embarrassed last week, I'm sure, giving up 52 points to Hazard, and they've really made a great effort out here tonight to come out and play better, and they have. They've played exceptionally well on the defensive side of the ball. And now here in this third quarter, the offense has come to life and doing a fine job here. Quarterback John Michael Mayo, both scores. He took it in from 9 yards out with 7:46 to play in the quarter, and then just took this 1 yard run in, 5:07 to play, but those are big thanks to Weston Robinson for that 47-yard run. And Matt Profunda gets ready to kick it off. This Pikeville crowd going wild out here, Adam. Really fired up now.
They know what this game means.
And Pafunda kicks it away this time. Good boot, and Pugh's just going to let it roll into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So Paintsville will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. 5:07 remaining in the third quarter. This has turned into a really good one.
It's just a different team, it seems like, here in the second half. Talking about the Panthers.
And
a different team as far as the Tigers. They just seem to be standing around a little bit right now.
I'm sure Paintsville really missing Hans Dotterer, as he's their leading rusher all season, and
Pikeville took advantage of that fumble.
And he's out of there. We had a penalty on the play. Evidently, they're going to kick it over. I don't think there was a flag. I don't know if maybe the official hadn't blown the whistle or what happened there, Adam, but they're having to kick it over from the 40, so no penalty marked off anywhere. Don't know what exactly happened there, but we're going to do it again. As Pafunda put that last one into the end zone. Let's see if he can do it again. Pugh's backed up a little bit now. He's back at the 10-yard line. He's up around the 15, and the ball sailed over his head. Pafunda approaches it, kicks a squibber this time along the ground. Pugh picks it up at the 9-yard line, and he gets up to about the 20, and that's it. Good coverage there by the Panthers. And watch those defensive linemen run out there. They are fired up.
It's a new ball game now.
They can't wait to get out there. Brad Bryant, Casey Rowe in the game.
Of course, that D has kept Pikeville in this thing.
Ball spotted at the 21-yard line, 1st and 10 Paintsville. 5:02 to go in the third quarter. Daniel Pugh under center, I formation behind him. Hand off up the middle, and nothing there. I think that was Shane Cantrell on the carry, and he got a yard on the play. 2nd and 9. And how many plays have we seen tonight with no gain or only 1 yard on both sides? Both these defenses have been very impressive. Pugh in the shotgun this time on 2nd and 9. He takes the snap, backs up, fires it deep over the middle, and just off the hands of the intended receiver there. That was Kevin Williams.
Jacob Sword just about had an interception for the Panthers. It's a good thing that Tiger, that it was intended for, got his hands on it, knocked it down just in time, or Jacob Sword would have had that and picked off.
There's the ball just overthrown there, and like you said, Sword in position to get it, but Williams reached it, able to get a hand on it. So it's 3rd and 9 now for the Panthers, or for the Tigers of Paintsville. Pugh's going to line up in the shotgun. He awaits the snap. A high snap. Pugh's going to keep it around the right side. He breaks the tackle, and he's ran out of bounds well short of the first down. So Paintsville's going to be forced to punt it again. It'll be 4th down and about 5, it looks like, maybe 6.
Panthers should come out of this with pretty good field position.
Yes, they should. Jeff Collette back to punt it.
Got Robinson back for the Panthers to bring this punt back.
Collette awaits the snap. It's a good snap. And another good high kick this time. Drives Robinson all the way back to the 35. He dropped it, picks it up, gets a nice block.
Ooh, what a block.
Nice block. Great block.
Look here,
over there, and he could go.
He's gone.
Robinson is gone. 64 yards for the touchdown.
Now that was
Weston
some
Robinson.
special teams playing right there now.
Well, that was. There were some great blocks thrown out there by the Panthers.
Wow. I mean, a couple just totally took out the defenders.
We'll find out over there who number 68 is. He threw one heck of a block, and we don't have him on the roster here. What a hit.
What a beautiful play, and the Panthers is pumped up.
Yes, Pikeville takes the lead, 18-14. They trailed it 14-0 at the half.
I heard somebody beside us say I'd like to see a replay of that. I'm concur with that. Yes, sir.
Yes.
I'd like to see it too, and you'll get to see it on WPRG on a replay.
And we've got a penalty flag down, illegal procedure against Pikeville, so they'll have to back it up 5 yards and kick it from there.
You just can't underestimate Robson's speed. Got to watch him several times this season, and he gets out in the open field, it's hard to run him down.
Yes, he's got great speed. It was a fine run. Yes.
Let's get some a little more room to try pass play to get to 2.
And let's see what they're going to do. They are going to go for 2. As Mayo in the shotgun. John Michael Mayo. Harmon the lone setback. Long snap count. I think they were trying to draw Paintsville offside and get that yardage back, but it didn't work. So Pikeville takes a timeout. 3:58 to play in the third quarter. It's 14 Paintsville, 18 for Pikeville on the Intermountain Sports Network. Point conversion good by the Pikeville Panthers as they take a 20-14 lead now.
Well, it's great execution on that 2-point play.
Yes, it was, and well, what a third quarter here this has been for the Pikeville Panthers as they came out of the locker room here at halftime trailing 14-0, and they've put 3 touchdowns on the board already. John Michael Mayo took it in from 9 yards out to start the scoring, and then Mayo had a 1-yard run for a score after a 47-yard run from scrimmage by Weston Robinson, and then Weston Robinson really broke it open here with a 65-yard punt return as Robinson's been huge in this third quarter. Mayo takes it in for the 2-point conversion, and it's been all Pikeville in this second half. 20-14, they lead it. And I don't think Paintsville's got a first down. Yeah, they got a couple there on that those passes. Pugh threw 2 really nice pass completions on the 2 drives ago, and then they turned it over.
Of course, she was talking about their workhorse, Paintsville Tigers workhorse, out with an injury.
Hans Dotterer.
And that's really hurt them, I think.
I think it has. They depend a lot on him.
Of course, the Pikeville offense put a hurting on them too here in the third quarter, but
Bafanda ready to kick it away again. Pugh back deep. And it's a pop-up kick, and good heads-up play there by number 7 of Paintsville.
Yep.
That's J.D. Van Hoos.
Well, that just did go the 10 yards required.
So the ball will be spotted at the 43-yard line. Good hands there by Van Hoos.
I mean, he looked like he put some serious leg in that, and that thing didn't go nowhere.
No, he just popped it straight up, and that's a tough catch. You know, you got 11 men running at you there, and a ball hanging in the air there, and you're like,
yeah,
come
you
on
just
down.
got to catch it in the air. If it hits the ground, it goes everywhere.
Pugh in the shotgun, takes a snap. He's back looking to pass.
It's got time.
Nowhere to go with it. He's sacked all the way back at the 32-yard line. A huge loss, and good job there by that Panther defense once again, as the sack was Ryan Maynard, number 64. But you got to give a lot of credit on that sack to downfield coverage. Pugh had a lot of time there. They couldn't get anybody open, and finally ran out of time. So what a turnaround here in this second half. All the momentum with Pikeville. It was a Huge loss of about 14 yards. A bad snap, high snap. Pugh able to hold on to it. And he tries to take off. He's taken down. And
those defenses come alive on them.
Casey Rowe, along with the young man Ryan Maynard, that just got the sack, made that tackle. And Paintsville takes a timeout. Coach Bill Mike Runyon not at all happy with his team. 20-14, Paintsville leads it. We'll be right back on the Intermountain Sports Network.
All right, back at the Howard Field here in Pikeville, Kentucky, as the Panthers all over the Tigers here in the third quarter, as they're up by 6, 20-14, 2:50 to go here in the third quarter of play. And just what a tremendous turnaround from the Pikeville Panthers on both ends of the field here in the third quarter.
It sure has been. They've been extremely impressive. And Paintsville facing a third down and light years. It's about 28 yards to go. Pugh throws it out on the right. It's caught. But
ain't going to be enough.
Nowhere to go there. Nice gain. Probably picked up 12 yards on the play, but they're still going to come up with a 4th and about 15. So gotta kick it away once again. That catch made out there by J.D. Van Hoos.
And this time, Daniel Harmon is back for the Panthers.
Robinson might be a little winded. He had 2 long runs there in the 2 consecutive series.
And then defense, too. He's on the defensive end.
Here's the snap. Collette gets it away. Nice high kick. Takes a bounce at the 25 and gets a great roll. Beautiful. Inside the 5-yard line.
Very nice.
What a kick. Down to about the 2.
And you could tell he let off on that in a bit to keep that one from going in the end zone. Just a beautiful touch on that punt. Well, Pike was backed up a bit.
That was a 55-yard punt with no return. Boy, that's tremendous. So Pike will have it 1st and 10 back at their own 2-yard line, and got to be a little nervous as many times as the ball's been on the ground tonight when you're backed up like that. Got to hold on to that ball. Mayo in the shotgun, back in his end zone. Harmon the lone setback. Mayo now goes under center. Quarterback keeper, and it's a couple of yards, maybe 3, out to the 5. Gets him out of that hole a little bit. Good heads-up play there by Mayo to come out of the shotgun, come to the line of scrimmage, and pick up 3 yards.
1 minute, 30 seconds.
2nd and 7 now. Pike will at their own 5-yard line.
Trails Pikeville, 20-14. Pikeville with the football and
Mayo in the shotgun. Harmon the lone setback.
Mayo, the Panther quarterback, chase up and stands on the sideline. He's not injured, just a shake up in the backfield.
Mayo takes the snap, runs with a huge hole up the middle, and he's all the way out across the 15. 1st and 10, Pikeville. They're not in the hole anymore.
Gives them a little breathing room now. That play's been effective for him ever since he's come in at QB.
It has. Tackle made there by Andrew Brown.
Continued to run after the Panthers' 1st down. They'll put a few seconds back. It wasn't anything drastic.
We'll put a few seconds back on the clock here. It's supposed to stop to move the chains, but it didn't. We got 58 seconds to go in the third quarter. Pikeville on top 20-14. Panthers with a 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
58 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
John Michael Mayo in the shotgun. Daniel Harmon the lone setback.
Single setback, 3 wideouts right, 1 left.
He takes it. Fakes it to Harmon, keeps it himself, and not much there this time. He gets 1 yard up to the 17. Jeff Collette in on the tackle.
That play quite often. Might be time to switch that one up. seems to have sniffed it out for the moment.
Second down and 9. Panthers has probably just one more play in this third quarter.
Under 30 seconds remaining in the third.
Mayo breaks the huddle. Got two backs with him now. I think that's Champlin and Harmon. Here's the snap. Harmon over the left side. He gets up to the 20-yard line. Pick up a 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up third down and 6 when we come back, as that'll do it for the third quarter. Your score at the end of 3. Pikeville 20, Paintsville 14 on Eastern Kentucky Sports Leader, the Intermountain Sports Network. As welcome back, we're ready to start fourth quarter action here. Pikeville leading Paintsville 20-14. Pikeville with the ball at their own 20-yard line. They're looking at a 3rd and 7. And John Michael Mayo in the shotgun. He takes it, fakes a quick pass, takes off up the middle, and he stopped this time. Jeff Collette there on the tackle.
Well, he got his legs took out from under him. That looked like it hurt a little bit.
He took a lick there from Collette. Jeff Collette, not just a kicker and punter, he's playing some good defense up front there. He got an assist there from number 72, Blake Lemaster.
That's one of the first stops from the Tigers here in the second half.
As Pikeville ready to punt it away. 4th down and 5. Clay Elliott, and he kicks it. Good high kick. Hits it midfield, takes a really nice roll for the Panthers. It goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. So,
nice boot.
Sure was. Right at a 41-yard punt with no return. So that's very effective. And Paintsville has been unable to get anything going offensively here in this second half. Their third quarter, I'm sure they'd like to forget about that third quarter. It was a disaster. Gave up 20 points and couldn't move the ball at all. So see if they can get things going here in the fourth. Pugh in the shotgun. He takes the snap. He's back. Fires it down the left side. A beautiful throw, and it's caught in Pikeville territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, he threaded the needle on that one between 4 defenders.
He did. What a beautiful throw there. A lot of defenders back there, and he laid it right up there where he needed to. Kevin Williams on the catch.
He's a senior, 6'3", 225 pound. Nice grab.
21-yard pickup. Pugh in the shotgun once again. Takes the snap. He's looking to throw it again. Running out of time. And he throws it away. That's got to be intentional grounding. Tim Champlin really putting the heat on Pugh. And
yep, you got it, Ken.
Costly penalty because that intentional grounding is also a loss of down. So they'll walk it off here. 10:44 to go in the ball game. Pikeville leading 20-14. As Pugh makes a mistake there.
What a battle. It was turned into some game, Ken.
Yes, it has. And they're going to they mark it off from the spot of the foul. So it's all the way back at Paintsville's own 34-yard line. That's 24 yards from the original line of scrimmage. Loss of down. So it's 2nd and 34. My. Talk about a drive killer.
Panthers got to watch these long pass plays.
Pugh in the shotgun. Fires it out in the left flat. It's incomplete as Short hopped over there. Intended over there for TJ Freno. It's going to bring up 3rd and 34. Hugh off the sideline with the play call. And you know what you can do in this situation. 3rd and 34. He's going to line up in the I formation. One receiver split wide each way. And they run a reverse. And Weston Robinson over there to cut it off. He's not going anywhere.
No fooling there.
Good
Robson,
job.
what a ball game. He is fired up. He's really got the Panthers. He's picked them up and put them on his shoulders.
Yes, he has. Ryan Maynard also in on the tackle, and Maynard has made several big defensive plays here in this third and fourth quarter. So great job by the Panthers once again. Daniel Harmon back to return the punt. Jeff Collette to kick it.
Should come out here some good field position. Really needs to try to catch this one in the air if he can.
Here it is. He gets it away. Pretty good kick. Harmon calls a fair catch and takes it at the 35-yard line. So Pikeville takes over 1st and 10 at their own 35. 9:56 to play in the ball game. The Panthers lead it 20-14.
Again, we want to thank all the sports fans out there this evening for making Intermountain Sports Network your choice on the radio dial and live on Channel 5. Hope you're enjoying it in your lazy boy this evening.
Yes, John Michael Mayo in the shotgun. Got 3 receivers split out wide to the left, 1 to the right. Daniel Harmon, the lone setback. Mayo takes it, rolls out to the left. He's running all the way with it. He's got a lot of room. He's out across the 40.
Take that ball.
Breaks a couple of tackles. Good hard running by John Michael Mayo. He's all the way up to the 49-yard line.
Did you notice how he had that ball cradled in there at time, nice and tight?
He did.
And, he got it swatted at 2 or 3 times, but another big play from Mayo.
Boy, he's done a great job since coming in and taking over this quarterback position here. He's been around football a little while. The son of Royce Mayo, former coach here at Pikeville, and Royce been in coaching for many, many years. So this young man grew up with football around him, doing a fine job. 3 receivers wide right this time. Mayo in the shotgun. 1st and 10, Pikeville from their own 49. Mayo's going to keep it. Takes it right up the middle, and he gets drilled this time. May have gotten a yard, and that's about it. Collette once again in on the play. It'll be 2nd and 9, Pikeville. I'm sure the Panthers like to put together one of those long ground attack drives here to run that clock down.
Under 9 minutes to go now. And the score still stands at Pikeville 20, Paintsville 14. Pikeville driving.
Mayo in the shotgun. Champlin the lone setback this time. He's got trips to the right. 1 receiver to the left. And he throws a quick one out here on the left. Nice move there. And the receiver driven out of bounds at the 43. It could have been the call for hitting him out of bounds. That was really
Somebody
close.
get hurt like that right there, Ken. I don't like seeing people get hit once they're out of bounds. A lot of injury, really uncalled for injuries happen close on the sideline like that. But a good play and close to another Panther first down. They got a big play coming up right here. This should really help take some more time off the clock if they can convert this first down.
Yes, it should. That was Chaz Jackson on that catch, and a nice run after the catch.
They look for a keeper here maybe.
And handoff up the middle to Champlin. He's got room. He's got the first down.
They fooled the front line of the Panthers on that one. Even fooled me.
They sure did. Good ball movement there by Mayo. Really sold the fake that he had the ball.
Smart play. Smart play. Good coach's call.
And it's 1st and 10 Pikeville from the Paintsville 39-yard line now. John Michael Mayo in the shotgun. Tim Champlin back there with him.
Hey, don't go anywhere, folks. We got a barn burner going right here now. A lot of time left. Anything could happen.
8 minutes remaining. Mayo, a long snap count. He takes it, rolling to the left, and he breaks a tackle. He's got some room. He's across the 30 and taken down around the 26-yard line. Another huge gain for John Michael Mayo.
Believe me, Mayo's going to feel it in the morning when he wakes up. He has took some shots.
Kyle Sublett, number 34, came up to tackle him. But these Panthers really moving the ball now. 1st and 10 Pikeville from the 26-yard line of the Paintsville Tigers. Mayo under center this time. He's got Harmon and Robinson in the backfield this time. They're getting set. He takes it and trips. Tripped over one of his linemen, I believe. Backed up onto his foot. He goes down back around the 30. Loss of about 4. That'll be 2nd and 14 now for the Panthers. Pikeville breaks the huddle. This clock winding down. 6:50 to play in the ball game. Pikeville leads it by 6, 20-14. Mayo on 2nd and 14 in the shotgun. Trips to the right. One receiver left. He runs the draw play up the middle, and it's on the ground, but Pikeville right there to recover it. That was Weston Robinson fumbled it, but recovered there by Carter, Tyler Carter of the Panthers, right there to fall on it. We only got 2 yards on the play, so that's going to leave Pikeville with 3rd and long. It'll be 3rd and 12. Ball at the Paintsville 28-yard line. Mayo under center this time. He takes it, gives it to Robinson, and back to Jacob Sword up the middle, and he's taken down from behind. Had a nice hold there, but boy, I'll tell you, that was great pursuit there by number
Great
28.
from behind tackle.
Paintsville, great job coming in from behind and taking him down.
Yeah, he saved the 1st down for sure.
And Sword seems to be hurt. Ball's down at the 28-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and 7 coming up, and Sword may be hurt here. I don't know. Maybe it's just be cramps. Hopefully.
He might got some breath knocked out of him a little bit.
Yeah, he's up already, and good to see that.
Probably a cramp. Just limping a bit. Hopefully he's okay.
So Pikeville facing a big 4th down and 7 here. I'm pretty sure they'll go for it at this point on the field.
Got to, Ken. You got to go for it here.
Got to go.
Well, they come an ace breaking one right there.
Boy, Sword had a lot of room. If not for a great defensive play there, he would have gotten a 1st down and maybe a lot more than that. So big play coming up here, 4th and 7, as only 5:44 to go in the game. Paintsville needs to get this ball back, but they got to stop Pikeville here. Can't give up any more points, or could be lights out for them. Mayo in the shotgun. 2 receivers wide right, one to the left. Mayo's got it. He's looking to pass. Fires it over the middle. Man wide open, and he's complete. First down.
Huge play for the Panthers to keep the drive alive.
Oh, and another great job of Mayo. Sold the play action there, Adam. Everybody in the stadium thought he handed it off up the middle there to Robinson.
They get to burn some more clock, Ken.
And he laid it right in the numbers of Aaron Stanley.
Keep the drive alive, and if they put a score up here, this could really be a big hurt on the Tigers if they score here.
Yes, it would be. Mayo lines up under center. He takes it, gives it off to Robinson, and he goes nowhere. And it's taken down immediately. No gain on the play. And there's that young man in there. Got him by the feet again, number 28, Adam Smith. He made a couple of huge plays here. 2nd and 10 now for the Panthers.
Every bit of the 25-second count now. They have it in at least field goal range at the moment.
As Mayo in the shotgun, Champlin the lone setback.
Mayo stands in the shotgun, 2nd down 9.
He takes the snap. He's going to run with it up the middle, and he's down to the 10-yard line. Nice run there by John Michael Mayo.
Mayo's got great instincts. He sees the holes, and he knows that he has to take advantage of it, and he's really, what a boost he's gave to the Panthers tonight.
Boy, he has. He has been tremendous. A 5-yard pickup on that play. It's 3rd and 5 now.
Ken, are they within field goal range, do you feel, with
I think
their field
so.
goal kicker?
Max Profunda's got a pretty good leg on him there, and I wouldn't doubt if they don't make this that they'll go ahead and try to get the 3. Mayo's got it off the left side. Champlin running hard, and he may have the first down.
Oh, it's close. It is close. May have to go for it on this, Kim, with it just being maybe 1 yard short or so.
Very good. Nice play there as they fake the handoff to the right side of Robinson.
They got a good placement on it. Still a little short, though.
Right at the 6. It's 4th and 1. And looks like they're going to go here. This clock.
No, this could be the
down.
dagger right here if they get the first down, Ken.
Down to 3 minutes to go in the game. Pikeville with a 6-point lead, and Paintsville desperately needs to stop here, or this one.
I'd watch for the sneak right here, and Paintsville's all over this. They're cramming up the middle right now, and they got to call a timeout. Talk about it. Let's just keep it here, Ken.
Oh, what a ball game.
You got some head games going on out there right now. When you get down to crunch time like this, you got to try to outthink your opponent.
Yes, you do, and of course, Coach Mike Jackson's got to consider the field goal here, because the field goal would pretty well put this game out of reach. It would put you up by 9, and it'd take 2 scores to do it. Only 2:52 to play in the game.
I feel that that's not going to happen, though.
No,
for some
I
reason.
think I'm getting this close, and boy, that was some great second effort there by Tim Champlin to come that close to the first down.
Because if they do get the first down, they could just about run the clock all the way down and then still get a field goal attempt at the end of, and after running the time down, get a little closer. What are they going to do?
Yes, here they come. I think Profunda's out there. They're going to go for the field goal.
That's a smart call, really.
It really is at this position. If he makes this, it's Paintsville's just about done, probably. It'd be really tough to get 2 scores.
Profunda really's got a good leg on him. He's pretty consistent.
And they're about ready to go here. Matt Sexton, the holder. So, big field goal attempt coming up here. It'll be a 28-yard attempt, or 23 yards. Low snap, and it's blocked.
Chasing it is
Pikeville recovers in the end zone.
And
picks it up in the end
it is a touchdown. Pikeville, they signal it.
It sure is. Well, they didn't give up on the play, Ken. You got to keep going. And Pikeville recovers it after the blocked field goal in the end zone. They recover in the end zone. 6 points, and that pretty much is the dagger that puts the Tigers away tonight.
It's Bill Mike Runyon out here.
And he's not happy about that at all, but what can you say?
The officials talking over. I'm not.
they're
no,
waving it off.
that's what I thought, Adam. You cannot, if you get a kick blocked, the offensive team cannot recover it. Once it's blocked, it belongs to the defense.
You got a good point there.
So it will be Paintsville ball. And by it being recovered in the end zone,
Boy,
it'll be a
it was a low
touchback.
snap. They just didn't have time to get after the low snap. They fumbled it to placeholder, and it was a good block. But I'm pretty sure you're right, Ken, in that situation.
The offense can't recover a blocked field goal.
Now, an extra point's one thing, and a field goal's another. But
I think on any kick, whether any field goal attempt or an extra point.
And they even bring it out to the 20 after that, so it's considered a touchback. So this is we still got a ball game here. That's right. If Paintsville drives this down and scores, they could win it on this last drive.
Yes, they could. 2:44 to go. 20-14, Pikeville leads. Paintsville with another shot at it.
I apologize on that. I need to brush up on my rule books a little bit. I thought for sure they had them six.
That's why I didn't call the touchdown earlier. I thought they can't count that.
A lot of people on the sideline here thought it was. They was going crazy, even the players. But that's why we have officials out there, I believe.
The officials still talking about it here. They may get together and.
This ain't no other way of looking at it, really.
No, there's no.
It's either one way or the other, ain't it?
Yeah, there's no question about the call. It was correct. Daniel Pugh under center. I formation behind him. Here's the pitch. Cantrell takes it. And not much there. He gets a yard, maybe two, and is driven back. This Pikeville defense fired up. Tim Champlin, Tim Honaker in on the tackle.
Well, the defense has kept them in this game, and they're going to have to win it for them here. They're going to have to shut the Tigers down on this drive.
2nd down and 8. Paintsville breaks the huddle. Pugh in the shotgun. He takes the snap. He's back. Throws it out. It's caught. And the man driven out of bounds. And that's got to be a flag there.
Yeah,
and
that's not good for the Panthers.
That's Tim Honaker.
Really not needed.
He's definitely going to get a personal foul on that one. He's about.
And he got the first down.
Right.
So that's going to put them in great field position.
Unsportsmanlike. That's 15 yards. As he was about 6 yards out of bounds there when he threw him down. So costly penalty. Nice completion.
So with 2:05 still on the clock here to go in this ball game. Paintsville Tigers got plenty of time to get in the end zone.
Yes, they have. They've got 2 timeouts remaining. Pikeville also with 2.
And sometimes, when the defense is in momentum, it's hard to stop over there around the out-of-bounds line, and sometimes it just can't be helped. But that one hurt the Panthers.
And they haven't marked it off yet. I'm not sure what the holdup is here.
That should put them up around midfield, I thought.
Around the 47 it should be. 15 yards from the 32 there. Couldn't find the football. That's the problem. Can't mark it off if you don't have it.
Can't play without the pigskin now. Wow, this is going to be a great finish, folks. Don't go anywhere. Keep it right here on Intermountain Sports. What a great finish we're looking at.
Ball out at the 47-yard line. 1st and 10, Paintsville. Pugh in the shotgun. Trips to the left. And he's rolling. He's got a man all over him. Lockhart really chasing him. And he throws it incomplete.
Crowd's wanting to ground him. There's a flag on the field, and that's what it's going to be.
I don't know if I know in the college rule, if you're outside the pocket, you can throw it away like that. I'm not sure if that's the high school rule or not.
I mean, he obviously threw it out of bounds. He didn't have anyone around that he was passing it to, so maybe that's the obvious. I don't know.
As they mark it off, also a loss of down, so huge penalty there as it backs them up to the 34.
Kind of took away that personal foul.
Yes, it did. So it'll be 2nd down, and they're going to mark it off from there, from the 34 back to the 29.
And Paintsville breaks out of their huddle, and they're like, what? Whoa, where's the ball? There, okay.
18. It's second down and
Got
28.
their work cut out for them, Ken.
They sure have. Second and 28. Hugh back. Fires it out, and it's dropped. Hit his receiver right in the hands,
Well,
but he couldn't
Champion's
hold
all
on to it. That was J.D. Van Hoos that dropped it.
Champlin had his sights on it. He was going to get that tackle just as sure as he had caught it.
So it'll be 3rd and 28 now for Paintsville.
28, 3rd and 28 coming up.
Yes, what a second half for the Pikeville Panthers.
The Panthers just need to pad the deep pass a little bit. They need to watch the big play.
Pugh's going to line up under center this time. 3rd and 28. He's back and firing it deep down the right
That's a wounded
side.
duck in there. Ooh.
And Tim Honaker almost had the interception.
Boy, it was up for grabs. Sure
Yes,
was.
it was. Just threw the Hail Mary pass intended out there for number 20, Stuart Lips. But good
Paintsville
coverage.
either needs a touchdown here or a first down to keep the drive alive, or it could be ball game.
Yes, it could. Only 1:47 to go. Paintsville with only 2 timeouts remaining. And we got a penalty flag down.
Uh-oh, Pikeville player didn't get off the field in time, it looks like. And that's definitely going to be against the Panthers. Still, Tigers still got their back against the wall, to say the least.
I wonder if, I don't know if Coach Runyon's considered it or not, Adam, but you got to consider punting it here. I mean, you got 2 timeouts left. At least you get the ball on the other end of the field, maybe get a turnover or hold them on the 3 and out. Maybe have a shot with better field possession. Now, this is near impossible to make this first down.
Yep.
They may be talking that over now.
That very well may be the best option.
They still haven't marked off the penalty here. Of course, the officials discussing it out here.
That don't improve things a whole lot for the Tigers.
As all Paintsville in the first half, all Pikeville in the second half. It was 14-0 at halftime. Paintsville led it, and it's been 20-0 here in the second half. Pikeville's outscored Paintsville. Yeah. Now we're ready to go. They didn't mark off the penalty. They evidently decided it wasn't a penalty. So 4th and 28 coming up. Hugh in the shotgun. And he fires it deep down the left side. It's going to be picked off. Jacob Sword coming back the other way with it. He's in the middle of the field, a lot of room. And he gets through, the ball's loose, and Paintsville gets it. It'll be 1st and 10. Unbelievable.
I said protected as he's going down through there. He was just holding it wild out to the side. And it was just obvious that that was going to get knocked out. A great, I don't know which Paintsville defender knocked that out, but a great play.
T.J. Freno.
Wow,
and
what
man,
a
what a hit.
events
That
here.
was an unbelievable hit.
I mean, just as you was saying, the punt might be the best situation. That definitely there ended up being beautiful for the Tigers.
It sure did, as they got it back. They've got 1st and 10, so they
Well,
still
in
got
that
a shot.
situation, you just about got to go down, Ken. You know, you got the ball. You know, go down
Right,
and then kill the clock.
He could have just laid down anywhere on the field there and downed it, and it ran it out here probably. But it's instinct when you get to run with it. So Hugh in trouble. He's rolling out to the left. Fires it downfield, and that's probably going to be interference. No call on the play.
Great
Weston
defensive play.
And
that was great. I mean, he was there to knock it down.
He did a heck of a job, knocked it down.
You're right, though. That was close to being interference.
I thought we might see a flag on that one. There was some contact. I'm not sure if it's before the ball arrived.
Of course, that'll move it down the field just about quicker than anything, a big pass interference. So they got to watch about that right now.
2nd and 10, Paintsville. Only 1:25 to go in the ball game. Tigers still have 2 timeouts remaining. Boy, Robinson closed on that in a hurry. Looked like that receiver was wide open there, and Pugh kind of hung it up there, and Robinson really got there quickly. Weston Robinson has been huge in this second half, as has John Michael Mayo and this entire Pikeville defense. Back. Pugh fires it down the left side.
Uh-oh,
That's
that is
gotta be
pass interference. Ain't no doubt about that.
That's got to be interference,
Yeah.
as Honaker knocked him to the ground before the ball
Even
arrived
got
there.
to him now.
Nailed him in the back.
Yeah, it was obvious. That'll move it upfield in a hurry. First down.
Kevin Williams, he
Stops the clock.
almost hung on to the ball there, taking that hard lick. Good job by Williams.
Well, it's a no-no.
So they'll walk off 15 yards. As for those of you that watch a lot of college and pro football, totally different in high school. You don't get the ball at the spot of the foul like you do in the college and the pros on pass interference. They mark off 15 yards from the line of scrimmage. So that'll put the ball out to the 34-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Paintsville as they continue to just hang on by a thread at them.
Panthers still got to look for that big play downfield. They got to watch for it. The Tigers could burn them if they don't keep their head up.
Pugh in the shotgun. He takes it. He's back. Fires it to the left side. It's complete.
Now, that's good D right there.
Good defense. Taken down at the 40. Only a 6-yard gain. So it's completed out there to J.D. Van Hoos.
Clock continues to run.
It'll be 2nd and 4.
Paintsville's going to have to take them timeouts yet.
Pugh in the shotgun. Takes the snap, rolling out to the left. Turns back, got a man, hits him at midfield. He's trying to break it, and he's taken down at the 50. Jacob Sword, a fine tackle, and they've got to stop the clock to move the chains here. So it'll be 1st and 10 Paintsville at midfield.
A great call for Paintsville not to burn the time out there and to go ahead and get that first down, move the chains. And I tell you what, 46 seconds is a lot of time on the football field. With a fresh set of downs, anything can happen here.
And with 2 timeouts, so don't go away, folks.
And the clock just ran about 3 seconds off. They'll have to put that back up probably.
No, Pikeville calls a timeout. They start the clock after they get the chain set. So
I guess Paintsville stopped it there, huh?
Pikeville took a timeout here. So Coach Jackson wanted to make sure his defense gets their act together here and don't give up anything big. We'll keep it right here.
Yeah, you just don't want to give up 6 here. I mean, because that could lose the game for you. The extra point, it's 20-14. I mean, even, a field goal's fine. Just keep them out of the end zone.
And, boy, it's glad we could bring this game to you live here on the Intermountain Sports Network, because it's been quite a ball game.
Absolutely. We appreciate all the fine folks up here at Pikeville High School, all their hospitality, this great press box, and giving us the opportunity to do this.
Yes, we do.
Appreciate Mr. Keno Trivet and all the fine people up here.
Thank Keno Trivet and Principal Stratton and the entire group up here.
What a ball game we've got to witness here on this Friday night.
1st and 10 Paintsville, ball at the right on midfield. Daniel Pugh in the shotgun. Only 43 seconds remaining in the ball game. Pugh back. Fires it down on the left side, and it's caught.
I don't know.
I believe he's calling it a catch.
Like it skidded, but
good effort there. And Paintsville, I think Paintsville's taking a timeout here.
Well, I'd like to see a replay on that.
That was Stuart Lips on the catch. Go. 2nd down and 4 for the Paintsville Tigers from the Pikeville 44-yard line. Only 30 seconds remaining in the ball game. Pikeville leads at 20-14. Daniel Pugh in the shotgun. He takes it. He's back. Fires it once again out on the left, and they get out of bounds. Good call there. Good play call.
Just took 6 seconds to do that. Another 15-yard gainer. We're marching downfield in a hurry, Ken.
It was T.J. Freno on the catch. As Paintsville moving the ball through the air here very effectively. But running out of time. 24.8 seconds remaining. Pugh in the shotgun. He takes it, rolls out to the left once again, tries to flirt. It's tipped and could have been picked off, but fell short there.
Just sure that hadn't been tipped, that would have been picked off. The defender was there in front of his man.
Right, they were looking for that. They ran that little out pattern there on the left sideline the last couple of plays, and the Pikeville were looking for it there. Didn't see who got the hand on the ball, but good job by somebody up front there for Pikeville. Down to 21 seconds.
Momentum a little bit. They needed that.
21 seconds remaining. 2nd and 10. Ball at the Pikeville 36-yard line. Pugh in the shotgun. And he's back, trying that left sideline again. And he went overthrew his man and had another receiver there to catch it. What a play. As Stuart Lips made the catch.
Unbelievable.
Unreal. And they're down to the 20-yard line now. They've got it manageable where you can throw it into the end zone now.
Threatening with 14 seconds still left. Another fresh set of downs.
And they've got one timeout remaining, this Paintsville. Pugh in the shotgun. He's back, firing it deep into the end zone, and broken up. Jacob Sword down there. Yes, Lord, what a ball game we've got on our hands.
It was right on target. Good defense, so.
It was. Good throw to Lips there, but great coverage back there by Sword, Daniel Harmon, and Weston Robinson all back there.
They're going to get a couple more heaves at the end zone here before it's over.
9.8 seconds to go. It's 20-14 Pikeville. Yes, Paintsville.
They got to really watch a pass interference here too. That could really put it.
That could.
This is a big play right here. Big play.
2nd down and 10. Pugh back, rolling out to the right, and he fires it incomplete. And there's only time for one more play. 2.9 seconds left, and
that's all it takes, Ken.
Pugh just got rid of it because he knew the time was going to run out if he'd.
That's all it takes. So just one more play, 2.9 seconds. Wow. What a thriller.
Talking to his receiver there, telling me he should have made a different cut or something there, but he had plenty of time when he rolled out there. A lot of open room. 20-14. Pikeville leads with 2.9 seconds, and this is the last play of the ball game. Paintsville will be throwing it toward the end zone. Ball at the Pikeville 21-yard line. 3 receivers wide left, 1 to the right. Pugh takes it. He steps up, fires it into the left corner of the end zone. It's a battle for it, and it's over. It's batted down. And the Pikeville Panthers win it by a score of 20-14.
Paintsville don't want to believe it, Ken, as the players are just stunned. They're just standing around. They wanted a call on that last play, but what great defense. What a way to end this game. As the Pikeville defense just all night played a phenomenal game, and what no better way to end it as the crowd converges on the field. Happy people here in Pikeville, Kentucky. What a big district win for the Panthers.
Yes, it was, as they bounced back in the second half to score 20 unanswered points and win it 20-14. A great effort here. Got to give Daniel Pugh and these Paintsville Tigers a lot of credit. They hadn't done anything offensively at all in the second half, and they put together a great drive there, Adam. And I'm sure Coach Jackson and these Panthers are glad that time ran out because they went
right to the last play.
What a great ball game we had here tonight. We'll recap the scoring here for you before we wrap it up. Paintsville scored 1 minute and 1 second into the ball game, and you thought maybe this is going to be another one of those high-scoring games. Paintsville averaging well over 40 points a game this year, and they play 1 minute, 1 second. Wes Ward takes it 32 yards for the score. With 1:21 still remaining in the first quarter, Daniel Pugh, the quarterback, broke one for 59 yards and ran it in. Both extra points good. Paintsville led it at the half, 14-0. But in the second half, a different Pikeville team came out of that locker room.
That third quarter was